Hey y'all.
I'm Carl. And I... Last time I left, I promised you part 2 of the Wisdom Podcast. Then life got in the way. Rest assured, this has not hindered the making of stuff, though it has hindered talking about the making of stuff. Before long, I will certainly continue Kyle Makes Stuff, beginning with part 2 of the Wisdom Podcast. And Wisdom is my grocery store, high concept, prog rock, electronic band. But today, for this special
Miniature
episode, I'm going to talk about one specific song that is playing on my hometown's radio station for the entire month of July. The radio station is 95.3
DNH
for their DNH Discovered series, where they play music by local and, in my case, formerly local artists and musicians. They're going to be airing a phone interview we're having Tuesday, July 30th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Time. Which is sort of the point of this podcast, to advertise one interview with another. The song is Ghost Lover. It's a bombastic electronic pop song with 3 distinct movements that tells a hilariously epic and pathetic love story about a person who leaves their girlfriend for a guy named Larry, then goes back to girlfriend, then leaves girlfriend for actual ghost. Frequent collaborator Adam Kime approached me a few years ago. This would be in 2017, early 2017, late 2016, about doing a split EP. We had just finished our Franklin's Pickaxe collaboration, which I'm sure will get its own episode in the future. We wanted to do something where he contributed 3 songs and I contributed 3 songs, with no input from the other, all around the theme of horror, to release on Halloween. Adam did a song about the video game Bloodborne, the anime Yu Yu Hakusho, Let's take and I believe a walrus that breaks out of the zoo and murders all of the watching zoo patrons. I did 2 noise compositions, one about a plague doctor, and the other about Warcraft 3, which left the final piece of this thing. I wanted it to have a distinctly different mood, upbeat, bright, energetic, and an actual song since the other compositions that I contributed to this EP were decidedly non-musical and highly atmospheric. And so the inspiration for this, like so many wonderful things in life, came from a very bad movie. And that movie we affectionately refer to as Ghost Lovers. But I am not properly equipped to describe the wonder that is Ghost Lovers. So I have here a comment from the editor of this wonderful movie, my hyper-talented coworker, Sarah Austin.
So, Ghost Lovers is actually based on a real film that I got sucked into right after graduating film school. This director called me up and asked me to edit her movie, didn't tell me what it was about, wasn't going to pay me, and so being fresh out of film school and stupid, I said yes. The movie was absolutely terrible. It was about this girl who stumbles upon this magical abandoned building inhabited by a ghost that she ends up falling in love with. She's whiny and terrible, and I mean, the whole thing was just awful. So anyway, I was somehow possessed to share this wonderful work of art with my small group of coworkers, and that included Kyle. That was way back in 2013, I think, and well, the rest is Ghost Lovers history. We'd joke around and recite quotes from it, and the funny thing was, I couldn't find the actual film to show them, so we only had the trailer to go off of, but that was bad enough, and it kept us entertained for, like, years. So Kyle never even saw the film when he wrote the song about it, until this year, actually, when I finally found it and actually re-spliced Kyle's song into the original soundtrack, and so it made its way into the film, and it was like this perfect circle where everything connected and finally came together in the end. And if that's not art, I don't know what is.
So that became the concept. I generally try to avoid traditional verse-chorus song structures when I'm writing in favor of trying to tell a narrative story. The first part, wherein the narrator describes his ghost lover, features a looping guitar riff. That is just that. A few bars through a loop pedal, that continues. While I blast the crap out of synth crashes, I used the Korg Chaosilator extensively for the first section of Ghost Lover. That is a touch synthesizer. Unlike a traditional keyboard that has keys with discrete notes mapped to each one, this thing has a touchpad that you slide around to change the note and modify the sound. It's a lot of fun, but it's near impossible to play a melody by just tapping around. The note calibration is sketchy at best. I figured out a technique to make it usable live while playing with Wisdom. That is, modulate a single note on the Y-axis and at intervals, jam on the arpeggiator. Bonus, when using many effects pedals. So this worked for the live version of Wisdom's Old Man of the Sea, and I used it in a more focused context here, where the synthesizers respond to the narrator's description of their ghost lover. The second part of the song is told from the perspective of the ghost lover's continuously spurned and oddly devoted corporeal lover. This plot is lifted from the movie, though I took some liberties with the characters. I think the corporeal affair is with a guy named Brian in the movie. I used Larry. What is more heartbreaking than an affair with a Larry? This part has an acoustic guitar fingerpicked and an electronic kick drum. The third and final part has chugging pop-punk, palm-muted power chords, loads of synth strings, and several layers of clean, jangly, tapping post-rock guitars. The lyrics in this section are all sung versions of lines from this movie's trailer. Leaving us to surmise that the ghost lover has in fact joined their ghost lover in death. That poor, poor corporeal lover. I later did an acoustic version of Ghost Lover with lots more clean janglies. That's a discussion for a different day. And that's the story of Ghost Lover. It'll be playing on 95.3 DNH radio in northeastern Pennsylvania, Wayne County, the Honesdale area, for the entire month of July 2019. We'll be having an interview on July 30th at 7:30 a.m. We're going to talk about some different things than what is presented here, I would imagine. If you're not in Pennsylvania, you can listen to their web stream on their website, which I will link to in the show notes. You can also listen to Ghost Lover on my SoundCloud page or Adam's Bandcamp page, which is Ash Radio, and the split EP that Ghost Lover lives on is called Entropic Hymnal. Sarah's website is burningcoldproductions.com. Make sure you like, rate, review, and share this episode of Make Stuff, and be sure to check out my other stuff as well. Until next time.